Did you know your dog's brain literally lights up just from smelling you? That's not just sweet, it's science. Researchers have discovered dozens of small yet powerful actions we can take every day to boost our dog's happiness in ways we never imagined. And here's the best part. These aren't complicated tasks. They're simple tweaks in how we play, speak, walk, and even cuddle. Today we're diving into 10 science-proven things that can instantly make your dog feel more loved, more relaxed, and yes, even more in love with you. Let's begin with the one thing you never leave behind, even when you're not home. Your scent isn't just familiar to your dog. It's basically their version of a 5-star meal, a warm hug, and a winning lottery ticket, all rolled into one. Ever wonder why your dog's nose is glued to your sock, or why they act like you're a celebrity every time you walk in the door? Well, scientists actually put this to the test. They scanned doggy brains and get this. When pups sniffed something with your scent, their reward centers lit up like fireworks. Not for food, not for other dogs. For you. You are their jackpot, their favorite treat, and their best friend all at once. Isn't that wild? And here's the science-y cherry on top. Just being near you floods your dog's brain with oxytocin, the same love hormone that bonds parents and babies. Talk about puppy love. So next time you catch your dog snuggled up in your laundry or face planted in your pillow, don't laugh. Okay, maybe laugh a little, but know they're just soaking up happiness. And the best part? You don't have to buy fancy toys or treats. Just hang out, be yourself, and let your dog bask in your presence. Sometimes, happiness really is that simple. But did you know your dog finds happiness in other smells too, not just yours, especially outside? Ever get frustrated that your dog stops every 2 feet on walks to sniff a bush? You're not alone. But what if I told you that every time your dog plants their nose to the ground, they're not just stalling, they're diving into their own version of Netflix, binge-watching the latest scent series? Seriously, dogs experience the world through their noses. Imagine if you could read a whole novel just by sniffing the air. Every blade of grass is a message board, every tree trunk a social media post. They're picking up chemical signals from animals, people, even your mood after a long day. And here's the magic. Letting them sniff actually flips the relax switch in their brain. Their heart rate drops, their stress melts away. It's like doggy meditation. In fact, one study found that dogs allowed to sniff freely were engaged almost 3 times longer. That's not just a walk, that's a full-on adventure. So next time you're tempted to tug the leash, ask yourself, do you want a bored dog or a blissed-out explorer? Loosen up, let them lead, and watch their happiness soar. And speaking of connection, the next tip takes bonding to an entirely new biological level. When you lock eyes with your dog, gently, lovingly, magic happens. Seriously, have you ever caught your dog staring at you like you're the best thing since bacon? Well, science says you kind of are. Researchers in Japan discovered something wild. When you and your dog share that loving gaze, both of your brains release oxytocin, the love hormone. That's the same magical stuff that bonds moms to their babies. So yes, your dog is basically looking at you like your family. It's called the oxytocin loop. The more you gaze at your pup with love, the more they feel connected. And the more they'll gaze right back. It's like a staring contest, but everyone wins. And here's the best part. You don't need hours. Just a few seconds a day, a gentle look, maybe say their name, and boom, you're building trust without saying a word. And when you speak, make sure it's in the tone they understand best. You know that high-pitched, sing-song voice people use with babies? Well, guess what? Your dog is absolutely obsessed with it. Seriously, have you ever noticed how their whole body lights up when you start talking to them like they're the cutest thing on 4 legs? Scientists even have a name for it, dog-directed speech. Sounds fancy, right? But all it means is that your goofy, over-the-top, who's a good boy, actually works wonders. It boosts their attention, makes them want to snuggle closer, and yes, cranks up that tail wagging to maximum speed. But here's the twist. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. Ever tried reciting your grocery list in a happy, squeaky voice? Your dog will still think you're a superstar. When you let your excitement show, when your voice is warm and full of love, your dog feels like the center of the universe. Safe, cherished, like the VIP they truly are. So go ahead, get silly. Try out Good Boy or Who's My Baby in your best musical tone. Don't worry, your dog isn't judging. If anything, they're loving every second. Watch what happens next. Ears up, tail going wild, those big eyes locked on you like you're the most fascinating thing in the world. Isn't that the best feeling? But what happens when you're not there to talk to them? The next tip keeps the mood calm even in your absence. When you head out for work or errands, silence isn't golden. For your dog, it's anxiety. Picture this. Scientists in white coats, clipboards in hand, watching dogs in shelters. What's their secret weapon? Not a fancy gadget, just a playlist of classical music. Suddenly the barking fades, the pacing stops, and voila, dogs are snoozing like they just had a spa day. But crank up some heavy metal or blaring pop and it's a whole different story. More stress, more zoomies, more, when is my human coming home? So here's a pro tip. Before you dash out, hit play on a gentle playlist. It's like leaving a cozy blanket for your pup's ears. Mozart, Debussy, Bach. Who knew your dog had such refined taste? That simple move? It helps keep their nerves in check so you both get a little peace of mind. Love your pup? Subscribe for more ways to show it. And when you're back, there's something even better you can do together. Play isn't just fun. Imagine this. Your dog's eyes light up, tail wagging like a metronome as you grab their favorite toy. Why? Because playtime isn't just a game, it's a brain-boosting, tail-wagging joy fest. Ever wondered why a simple game of tug-of-war or fetch turns your dog into a furry rocket of happiness? It's all about the feel-good chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. That's right, play is like a happiness smoothie for your pup's brain. The result? A dog that's not just happier but healthier and totally in sync with you. Who wouldn't want that? But here's the twist. Your dog doesn't want to play alone. Nope. You're the secret ingredient. Without you, it's just, well, a squeaky toy and a confused pup. Sure, solo toys are fine, but they're missing the magic. It's the laughter, the chase, the gotcha moments you share that make playtime unforgettable. And get this, even just 15 minutes of real engaged play can zap away anxiety and build trust like nothing else. Who knew happiness could be this easy? And once the energy is spent, the next activity is surprisingly powerful for your dog's confidence. Picture this. Your dog's eyes are locked on you, tail wagging like a metronome, waiting for your next move. Why? Because learning is their secret superpower, and science totally agrees. Every time your pup nails a new trick, it's like their brain throws a party, just as exciting as playtime or treat o'clock. Can you imagine the confetti flying in their mind? New commands? They're not just for show, they fire up your dog's inner problem solver and give their confidence a major boost. Who knew sit could feel like winning a gold medal? And here's the best part, it doesn't have to be rocket science. Even the simplest trick can spark joy. A spin, a high five, that's all it takes to keep your dog's brain buzzing and tail wagging. Who says you need a circus act? And don't count out the old-timers. Dogs who keep learning as they age, stay sharper, happier, and more balanced. Turns out, you really can teach an old dog new tricks, and they love it. Just 5 minutes a day, seriously that's it, can turn your dog into a joy machine. Who knew intelligence could be this much fun? But after all the stimulation, where does your dog retreat to? That space matters more than you think. Dogs are descendants of den animals. Imagine this, thunder rumbles, the vacuum roars, or a parade of strangers invades your living room. Where does your dog go? If they have a cozy hideaway, they're not just escaping the chaos, they're tapping into ancient instincts. It's not just about comfort, it's about survival, relaxation, and feeling totally safe. Here's a wild fact. Studies show that dogs with their own little den can have cortisol levels up to 50% lower during stressful moments. 50%. That's like swapping a horror movie for a spa day. So how do you create this magical retreat? Think small, think soft, think familiar, toss in their favorite blanket, a toy that smells like you, and voila, instant doggy paradise. Maybe it's a crate with the door wide open or a secret corner nook where they can watch the world but stay hidden. The options are endless. Or hey, why not a bed tucked under your desk? It's like their own VIP lounge. No humans allowed unless invited. Give your dog that little bit of control and watch their confidence soar. Suddenly, you've got a happier, braver, tail-wagging best friend. Isn't that what we all want? And speaking of scent, let's use that incredible nose for one more happiness hack. Want a supercharged way to make your dog's day? Imagine this. You sneak around your living room, treats in hand, channeling your inner secret agent. Your dog? They're watching, tail wagging, eyes wide. What's the mission? Suddenly it's game on. You tuck a treat under a blanket, maybe another behind a cushion. Can your pup sniff them out? Of course they can. Their nose is basically a superpower. Scent games like these, or tossing treats into a snuffle mat, turn your home into a canine treasure hunt. It's not just fun, it's a brain workout. Ever seen your dog's face when they finally find that last treat? Pure, tail-thumping satisfaction. It's like they've just solved the world's tastiest puzzle. And the reward? Not just the treat, but that proud, I did it moment. You can almost hear them thinking, I'm a genius. Here's the sciencey bit. Dogs who get to use their noses like this? They're less anxious, more focused, and way happier. Who knew a few hidden snacks could be such a mood booster? And you don't need fancy gadgets. Just a handful of treats, some old towels, and a dash of creativity. Seriously, your living room is now the ultimate doggy playground, and your imagination are enough. And after all this bonding and brain work, there's one final happiness booster that happens the moment you step back through the door. The first 3 minutes after you get home are magic. Picture this. You swing open the door, and there's your dog, tail going wild, eyes sparkling like you're a rock star. Ever wonder why they act like you've been gone for a year, even if it's just been 10 minutes? Science says it's not just excitement, it's a full-on oxytocin explosion. But here's the twist. If you rush in yelling, or worse, ignore them, you're not just missing out on the fun, you might actually stress them out. Yikes! So what's the secret? A calm, warm greeting. Drop to their level, give them that hug, let them nuzzle in. It's like telling them, hey, you're my favorite part of coming home. Maybe it's a gentle cuddle, maybe it's a goofy dance, or even a quick stroll around the block. Whatever your ritual, make it special, or hey, maybe you both just flop on the couch and soak up the moment. The point is, it's your thing, your signature move, the highlight of their day. Because for your dog, those 3 minutes, they're everything. We've covered 10 science-backed ways to boost your dog's happiness. And each one is simple, powerful, and rooted in love. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if they're really happy? That's exactly what we cover in our next video, 10 heartwarming signs your dog is truly happy with you. It's full of little clues and big emotions your pup is already showing, if you know where to look. Tap to watch it now, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves dogs just as much as you do.